Spiderweb.
Was it
tights.
obvious that it was a wig?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was having
a terrible
fun.
wig.
See, this is exactly why we have them on the show, and this is what makes them fun.
You're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton, 92.1 FM.
Do you want to relive the golden days of Stockton? Join Nate Knott on Stockton Alive every first and third Monday at 6 p.m. Tune into thevoiceofstockton.org.
Yo, busy. Yo, man, I remember that was yesterday, man. It was August 30th, 2001. First time I touched Oakland, bro. I'm falling in love with this area, man. Que hola, area. Yo, Young BC04. Viste Blood. Vamos a hacer el remix. Woo! Go, area.
Ay, si te quieres calentar el cerebro con esta fiesta de noche y de día. Ven pa' que tú veas cómo se ponen estos negros y vámonos conmigo para la bahía. Ahí donde todo se encuentra, ahí donde todo se cura. Ahí que la fiesta se calienta y las mujeres tan duras.
Rolling up on the scene, you know we at it, huh? Yeah, we up in the bay, I know you love it, huh? You see us up on the scene, you know it's popping, huh? Ice all on the links, they stay flooded, huh?
Bienvenido a la bahía. Bienvenido a la bahía.
You know we go dumb.
Bienvenido a la bahía.
Dominicana rum.
Bienvenido a la bahía.
Keep 'em in the
Feel blessed, I came straight to Cali. I don't care where they say this is the best party. We smoke good, we drink right. You can get where you want, you're gonna find where you like. That's how we do all day in the bay. We like the body, we party all day. We say que bola, que onda. Where you can bring the hoop, we're ready to play. You feel me? That's how we do, don't believe me? I give you a proof, let's go with me to the club. I'm gonna put your head in the rock. I dominicano y de Panamá, peruano, colombiano, Nicaragua, mexicano, cubano, latino, está allá. This is my home area, what's up?
Rolling up on the scene, y'all know we at it, huh? Yeah, we up in the bay, I know you love it, huh? You see us on the scene, you know it's popping, huh? Ice on the links, they stay flooded, huh?
Bienvenido a la bahía.
That's where we from.
Bienvenido a la bahía.
You know we go dumb.
Bienvenido a la bahía.
Dominicana rum.
Bienvenido a la bahía.
They keep 'em in the drum.
Si te quieres calentar el cerebro con esta fiesta de noche y de día, ven pa' que tú veas cómo se ponen estos negros y vámonos conmigo para ir a la bahía.
Party all night, the bottles they flow fluid. Nothing like the bay, swaggin' thought of me hit day. Excited girls, they all screamers. Can't be seen, covered in Latinas, flags up. Mexicanas, Colombianas, up high, we rockin' in the cabanas. OAK, SFC, hands up, they don't know who we be. Let me remind y'all, step into this party. Shots of Patron, these bottles of Don P. Shut down, we hitting another party. It's top floor, models around me. Yeah, y'all, city of big dreams. Round 4, this time it's on me. Ninth floor, no time to play. Frisco, come around my way. What?
Ahí donde todo se encuentra, ahí donde todo se cura, ahí que la fiesta se calienta y las mujeres tan duras.
Baytown. You know how it goes down. Represent worldwide. Para mundo.
Welcome to the Bay.
Frisco.
Welcome to the Bay.
Berkeley.
Welcome to the Bay.
EPA.
Welcome to the Bay.
Richmond.
Nothing like the Bay.
Hayward.
Welcome to the Bay.
Fremont.
Welcome to the Bay.
Sunnyvale.
Welcome to the Bay.
Vallejo.
It's nothing like the Bay.
Santa Rosa.
Welcome to the Bay.
Walnut.
Welcome to the Bay.
Concord.
Welcome to the Bay.
Antioch.
Nothing like the Bay.
San Leandro.
Welcome to the
Hola, hola, gente. Hey. Welcome, welcome.
Me equivoqué de disco.
Welcome to KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of San Joaquin. Woo! Happy New Year.
Desde California, México. DJ Mex Mix. Levanten las manos si quieren bailar. Levanten las manos si quieren bailar. Así es, comenzando otra vez con este ritmo que te hace mover.
Damn, 8 years ago when we started our careers, we was just trying to give y'all good music, good lyrics, you know? Y'all made us #1. Now we got all these haters trying to take us out the game. I guess our success really bothers you, huh? Aventura, tengo carne, we ain't going nowhere, baby.
Mi Dios, tú que fuiste maltratado, traicionado y luego no, y aceptas el perdón. Hoy te pido como todo un cristiano que me ayudes y me expliques la razón. ¿De dónde nace tanta envidia que algunas sientes en la vida? Me hiciste humano y no perfecto. Todos tenemos un defecto, pero la envidia es un error. Estoy perdiendo la paciencia. Necesito si me oyes, dame fuerza. What can I do with all the envy? Tego, háblale por favor. No.
Ey, que le hable de qué. De envidiosos que me quieren, pero que han comido del plato mío y que saben cómo yo he sido, pero ya yo no tengo tiempo para tu maldad. Yo soy dulce coco para la humanidad. Si me tiran piedra yo tiro para atrás y los mato con humildad. Mira, si me hice con mentira, porque tú quieres estar en mi silla, porque es lo mío lo que castiga, desde Europa hasta Carolina. Y si sueno como Maelo, es que nos unen de Portobelo, pendejo. Yo no nebuleo, yo chambeo y te fuiste leo.
Show me that you hate me. Ya tu hipocresía me tiene cansado, pero sigo progresando. Don't you know we invented this style? Por eso somos los más pegados. I know the reason why you hating is cause we got to crown. Estoy perdiendo la paciencia. Necesito si me oyes, dame fuerza. What can I do with all the envy? Tego, let me know again,
De verdad, no tienes nada que buscar. Nadie te quita lo que Dios te da. Yo voy para adelante sin mirar para atrás. Si no me quieren, ya me querrán. Lo que nadie ve, lo ve papá. Por eso no está donde está WhatsApp. Tú sigues local, yo mundial. Tengo más aceite que más solar. Sigo matando como si nada. Tengo tu compañía aplastada. Yo vivo como yo quiero. Pegando en el mundo entero. Quítate que voy a pasar. Que llegaron los de verdad, los que le meten con el corazón en la mano. Y nunca falta un fulano que odia a los que triunfaron, a los que perseveraron y lo lograron. La liga mataron y en la mano se la dejaron. A los que hablaron y no confiaron. Esta yo se la dedico a los dos caras, a los hipócritas, a la gente cochinchilla que no sirve. Y para los que no se rinden, para toda esta gente cobarde que tienen que tirarle a alguien para sentirse grande, que Dios me lo guarde. ¿Qué fue? Es el Tegocal de la Vallarta. Ajá, ajá. Con aventura, te la puse dura. ¿Qué fue? Hey.
Una aventura que llegó, tengo calderón, en la Vallarta. Y aventura ya llegó, tengo calderón, en la Vallarta.
¿Qué fue? Yo. Hey, ¿qué fue? Dime, ¿qué fue? Estamos aquí, papi, esperando por ustedes. Díganme qué es lo que quieren, a ver si se mueren. ¿Qué tú te crees? ¿Tú crees que tú sabías de mí, papi?
Yo, welcome to another world, another place.
Quiero hablar de sentimientos. Dejemos el amor en la gaveta. Ahí vivamos el momento. Tenemos una noche.
And of course, this is Gambizi and Dos Four. Love it, love it, love it. As always, this one is called Fuego. And happy New Year to everybody. 2019. Whoop, whoop.
Si por si acaso no conocen mis intenciones, vine a pasarla bien pero sin emociones. Go take it to the better state, let's stay fun. Hey, you're so beautiful, girl, you look better than my eye. I like the way you feel, no see how it's working. You feel you're my
Hoy quiero fuego, fuego. Quiero que tu pasión me queme. Fuego, fuego. Fuego, fuego. Hoy quiero fuego, fuego. Quiero que tu pasión me queme. Como fuego, fuego. Quiero hablar de sentimientos. Dejemos el amor en la gaveta. Ahí vivamos el momento. Tenemos una noche completa.
You know what we came here for, so get up in the mood. Set the tone and wiggle your body here. We came to exercise, alright, and just party tonight. So get on this damn dance floor. You ready to rock? You ready to touch? And just wind up and get your damn hands up. Or get in the groove, get in the mood. Whisper all in your ear until my time's up. You ready to, you ain't ready for that. Sip the Dominican rum, feel the weight of my tongue. Blue De Niro, busy Shapiro. Move me into like a header's on Shakira.
Hoy quiero fuego, fuego. Quiero que tu pasión me queme. Como fuego, fuego. Fuego, fuego. Hoy quiero fuego, fuego. Quiero que tu pasión me queme. Fuego, fuego.
Zapata el filo, Platinum Record, Gambizi, Haiti.
Hey, I love that song. Welcome to KXVS 92.1 FM, the voice of San Joaquin. And yes, it is a new name. It is a new year. And happy, happy new year to everybody out there. Thank you for tuning in to Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez. Do appreciate you in a big way. And, you know, I am going to start my Facebook because I am going to do my interview. And Facebook does not allow me to play music. So I have no other choice but to turn the music off, but we will continue with the music right after the interview. And the interview is going to be done with Ozzy Cerda Garcia, promoter for FWFF, and that's Worst Friends Forever. How are you, Ozzy? How are you?
I'm doing all right, just chilling here.
Let's talk to the mic. Bring the mic forward, close to you. There you go. Okay.
Okay, there we go. I'm doing great, actually. I'm very excited for 2019. It's a very, very huge year for me and my boys here at WFF.
Introduce yourself again one more time.
All right, my name's Ozzy Cerda. I'm out here in Stockton. I came from LA originally, though, so, you know, that.
So LA was your home before you actually moved to Stockton.
Yeah, no. LA's my heart. It's my baby. It's everything to me. And
were you born out there?
Yes,
Ozzy?
I was.
Yeah, born and raised.
Yeah, no, that's actually one thing about it. I think that there's a lot of Chicanos out there, a lot of Mexicans too. So I got to see a lot of that growing up.
I'm pretty sure you did, because
Yeah.
I have been out there several times for conferences, you know, some of the universities. And let me tell you, a lot of Chicanismo out there. Mm-hmm. Something that I was pretty proud of. And this was way back then, so I can imagine what it's like today.
Oh, well, today I'm not so sure because it's actually been about 3 years since I've lived there. But back when I was a kid, it was starting to pick up a lot. A lot of kids were starting to speak in Spanish, and let's just say they're learning. They're not the most fluent speakers, but they really know how to use bad words.
Funny because that's the first thing everybody picks up is all the bad words. But that's okay. That's okay because eventually they're going to learn, right?
Yeah.
If they really want to learn the language, they will take a class or two and they'll pick it right up. And not only that, but if they were raised with a little bit of Espanol, you know, in the background as they were growing up, it won't be as hard.
Yeah, I think a lot more parents are starting to appreciate their culture and their heritage, and it's starting to become a thing now where parents are just raising their children as Mexicans or Latinos or Chicanos. They don't call themselves American as much because they really identify with their nationality, and I think that's cool on one part. It's not my personal opinion.
Well, tell me about your personal thing. I want to know a little bit about you and how you feel about that.
Oh, well, me, don't get me wrong. I love and appreciate my culture. It's just I don't identify with it as much as other Mexicans or other Latinos.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm.
¿Por qué?
What?
¿Por qué? Why is that?
Because I like to take a look at the world and see through a world lens, rather as a person, a Mexican person or an American person. It's just more open-minded, I guess.
More open-minded.
Yeah, I like to think of myself as no nationality. If I had to pick a nationality, it'd be I'm a Los Angeles person. I was born there. That's my ethnicity.
Okay. Los Angeles all the way.
Yes.
Okay. So what brought you to Stockton and how long have you been here?
I've been out here for about 5 years. The reason I'm out here, though, is actually a funny story. My my father had a business, and he would constantly travel up here to the north. Manteca was a frequent stop, and so was Stockton. And one day, my dad decided to close down his business, shut down the shop, and move to out here in the north to where it's simpler. It's not as big, although he ended up in Stockton, which reminds me so much of LA. But that's why I love it. I love coming back up here to Stockton. It's just so full of life, and it's hidden, and I want that to be exposed one day. I want Stockton to become the rich place it once was.
And it will be, because I truly believe in that. Heck, Port City. I mean, this place has a lot to offer. And that's why I keep telling everybody, you know, don't leave the city, you know. Stay within the city and, you know, give your business to all the businesses, all the local business owners in this area. Check out all the restaurants. Not only that, but there's some really nice nightclubs as well.
Yes.
So there's a lot to do here. And so I always tell everybody, you know, give Stockton a chance, you know. Spend it here, and not only that, but invite your friends to come on out and check Stockton out themselves too. So
yeah, the thing is that a lot of people don't like projects. They don't like to build things up, and that's what I see Stockton as. It's a project. It's a little baby, and you have to bring it up right now. And right now, I think what me and my band and what other people that are within this whole night scene that I've fallen into. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a spot in Stockton. We're trying to make Stockton the spot, if that makes any sense. I want there to be venues here. I want people to come out here and think that this is a nice city.
You want Stockton to attract. So, you know, let's talk about what you have in mind, because I think that's pretty exciting. Always something new in Stockton, I think, is great. But you mentioned certain things about the band. And I want you to share that information with the community. I want you to share with the community the name of the band. And you know, why actually that particular name? I'm curious, because, you know, all bands have a unique name and it stands for something. I'm always curious about what it is. What's the definition? Why is it that you named it?
Well, let me tell you about the way...
We're friends forever.
I think the best way I could explain it is the way I got into the band. I came in here when the band was kind of like, they were going through some changes. Some of the members that were here before I was even involved with the band as a whole, I didn't even get to meet some of those people. There's just constant changes, and the setup that we have now didn't come to be until 3 months ago. And the work that they produce just on their own out of all this chaos, and the way the guys have been pulling through, because mentally this is all exhausting. You think of losing your family members, and it's just like that with them. They were losing a lot of family members, and now they have to create a product through all the hurt. So through the worst of these trials, they still came up with the will to keep going, to keep recording. They actually just released an EP called Trials and Tribulations. Mm-hmm. And I think half of the EP is some of the earlier recordings or earlier versions of the songs.
Okay.
And the second half is the newer stuff, the stuff that they refined, the things that they think were awesome, the final product.
Okay.
I think they are proud of everything. Actually, they were saying that they're really proud of this work, but they're excited to keep going. That's actually 2019 is the year for them, and I believe that is the year for them as well.
That is so cool. Talk to me about the changes that you are mentioning. When those changes occurred, how did it affect your music?
Well, I'm not the one who writes the music. I'm just the promoter. I'm their promoter.
Okay.
So I'm not involved in that section, but.
Do you play an instrument, Ozzy?
Yes, I do.
What do you play?
I play guitar, violin, piano.
You play the violin?
Yes.
Awesome.
Not as much anymore, but I did play it before. When I did, I loved it so much.
One of my favorite instruments.
Yes. Right now, I am very fluent in what it was. Are you familiar with digital audio workstations?
Somewhat.
Yes. FL Studio is one of the programs that I run the most, and let me tell you, it is so versatile.
Tell me about it.
Well, there's just so much you could do. There's so many plugins, so many synthesizers, so many little things, and I get to look at the charts, and I get to manipulate the frequencies, and that's what I love about music because it encompasses almost any kind of topic, any educational topic. There's math, there's science, there's history, there's even language, because I believe music is a language, and I believe that some people can speak it in just such a fashion where it blows people away, and it captivates people and it moves them, and that's why I love music so much. It's truly one of my passions.
Wow, you play a lot of instruments. I'm really impressed right there because
thank you.
my daughters play instruments. Matter of fact, they when they were going to high school, they were in marching band.
I love
And
marching
I'm
band.
glad that I got them involved in that because they love it. They love playing the instruments. My Deanna played a flute and marched very well playing the flute at the same
Yeah,
time.
my sister
and
was named
flute.
Deanna, and she played the flute.
Really? That's odd. Then my Sierra, she played the clarinet.
The clarinet.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then she plays the piano, and that girl can get down. She's got a voice on her that it's a God-given voice. And I tell her, baby, never neglect singing because you have that talent. You have that beautiful voice. And she does. She still sings today, and she plays the piano beautifully. And that was just for, I think I paid for like 6 months of piano lessons. She took off with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just 6 months? How old is she?
6 months. Today she's 25. And
No, but how old is she at the time
when she started, I think she was like, I want to say about 11, 12 years old.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, started them early,
Yeah,
let me
so-
tell you. And they loved it. And it was something that we just did because, the church always wanted the girls to sing.
Okay.
And I figured, well, okay, why not? Let's have the girls sing so they can perform, and everybody at the church will be happy. And would come up to me after my girls would sing, wow, I didn't realize that you girls are so talented in music. Because when they sang so well. And that's because at home we would just practice for the heck of it, just for the fun of it. And every time we did that, they kept getting better and better each and every time. And Sierra can a cappella like no other. And I'm just like, wow, what a gift. Well, my father used to sing with a mariachi group.
Okay.
Mariachi. And so he sang from the heart. Sierra got a touch of that. No fear to get up in front of the public and sing like a bird. And I'm so proud of her. But in music, yes, you're right. Music does something to you. And it changed the girls' lives in a positive way. I have to say that because it was just so beautiful to see. And their involvement with others too, with the whole band, and then traveling and being able to go, to different states.
And it's just
and
a very
perform.
immersive experience. I know.
It is overall. Oh my goodness! So I'm glad I was able to do that for the girls.
Yes, music truly is what you put into it. You will 100% get that back, and that's what I see a lot of people who dedicate themselves to music. They find this outlet, and it turns into something beautiful, or it could turn into something that you never thought it would be. You would get to places where you never thought you would. It's just, if you live the life of music, you will experience a wonderful life. It will bring you a lot of rough comings. As I've experienced myself, I've actually been going through a very rough period in my life recently. But I think the experience that I'm getting out of it is, you cannot buy it with money. You cannot buy it at all. You cannot get any experience like this one unless you try it, unless you actually try to succeed in music. And I think that eventually, one day, I will succeed. And that's the mentality to go for.
You got to stay positive, and I truly believe in that too. And I always tell the girls, you know what? You girls are going to study in something of your choice, but it's always beautiful to be able to fall back on your music talent, as your backup. Because, of course, I told them, look, girls, my backup, was always art. And if I could get out there and promote the small businessman on the windows and do whatever, I'm an artist. I love to paint. And if I could promote their special, their clearance, their product, whatever it may be, even the holidays, that's when I was most busiest. I was out there painting away on all of the merchants' windows just to promote them. And they love my art. And I told him, this is what I do, and I could see you girls fall back in your music. And remember, that's something that you enjoy doing, so it's also a positive pastime, very therapeutic, you know?
Yes.
It just takes you to another world when you get in tune to your music.
Oh, yes, I know.
Doesn't it?
Yes, I know I experience flow, especially when it's been, let's say I've taken a week off and I get into, let's say I get on my laptop, I'll just zone in immediately, and it's amazing because these ideas that I didn't have before come up.
They just flow, don't they?
Yeah, and it works out because sometimes I just cannot find anything to do. There's just no ideas coming out, and I come up with this simple thing, and I think it's bad, and then I start working on it, and then somehow I destroy it. It becomes this mesh of things, and eventually I just put the pieces together
like a puzzle.
It is. You have to learn how to manipulate it, especially with FL Studio. You think you're playing a video game because all you see is, you know, these Tetris looking shapes, and there's just a lot of lines and there's grids. I swear it looks like Tetris. That is all you're doing. You're making blocks.
Yes.
But eventually, once you get something out of that mesh, you run up on this accident, and then the accident sounds good, and you keep that and you work on it, and then you write out the rest, and you end up with this end product that you actually think is a decent result.
Right.
Currently, I don't think I've released anything, or I've written anything I would release on the radio, but I would like to eventually get to that point. I'm starting to talk to producers and other people. I want to collaborate with other artists as well, because that's the way I believe you should get your name out there. You should work with other artists, because if you work with other artists, those artists get exposure, you get exposure, everyone gets exposure, everyone just grows.
Yes.
And it's just a community thing.
Yes.
You grow as a community, you grow as an individual.
Yes. So you read music.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's something that my girls do too, and I'm glad that they do, because that's a plus right there. When they're able to buy the music and then play me the song, you know, it does something. It does something to me, and it does something to them. A lot of times when they would practice, they had no idea that I was behind them recording their music. Mm-hmm. And I still have it today, and I'm glad I did that, because once they found out I was recording, Mom, so yeah, I had to stop, right? But when they did not know, they were, oh my goodness, they were just performing beautifully, and I thought this is a good time to record them, because I want to keep that. I want to keep those memories in case they choose not to ever play again. You know, at least I have that memory, right? So I was kind of sneaky as a mom, but at the same time, it's because I love them dearly, and such talent, such young talent, and I was just so proud of them too. And today they still play. Sierra still continues. She plays the guitar.
Okay.
And she also,
I love playing guitar.
so the guitar, the clarinet, and she sings and plays the piano as well.
I've actually been playing the guitar for like 16 years. So
that is so cool.
Yeah, it's been a really long time, and I love the instrument so much, but recently I've been pushing it aside because I want to get better at production. I want to become a better producer as a whole. So I've been focusing hardcore on that, and I'm zoning in, but I'm starting to lose my chops on the guitar, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. This is where I started.
Exactly.
And the flute as well. That's I think that's the third longest instrument that I've played.
The flute.
Yes, I've been playing that for about 8 years now.
So which one do you prefer?
I love them all. I know,
all. It's hard. It's hard to try to select one from the other, isn't it?
I think the one that I get the most rush of, it's the flute, but when I'm on stage. Recently I performed with the Delta Symphony, and even though I only got to play with one song since I actually did not attend the college there, it was just so amazing. It's just something that nothing else. It's an emotion. It's a rush. It's a feeling that only playing on stage does to me, and playing with a concert band specifically.
Yes.
I think classical
so much talent.
Yes, classical music to me is the basis of all the music. So that's where I started. I've been playing music or classical music my whole life. And I think that having that basis and going into pop, it's a very different approach, because not a lot of people take a classical music approach into pop. I don't know how I'm going to incorporate it, but I think I'm working on something.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out. Influences. Who?
Well,
Sure
my
for you.
biggest hero is obviously Beethoven because
Beethoven.
he was deaf and he
That's
was
so
still
cool.
proving people wrong. He was still going against the royal orders. He was so against the government. It's not even fun. I love the man. And he's dead, so I don't have to meet him. They say not to meet your heroes because it's bad. And by the judging by the temper
Wait a
that-
minute. Back up, back up, back up. Why not meet your heroes? Why would it be bad?
Well, because
I don't understand that.
you get to meet their true nature, and we see the final product. And that's true with any artist. You don't see the whole process. When I was growing up and I practiced playing the flute,
Mm-hmm.
the way I would practice it's very different from most people because I had this stereo system set up, and I would let's say the speakers are set up right here.
Okay.
This is left, this is right. I would actually stand in front of it as if this were a band,
Right.
and I would pretend that it would be on the stage,
Okay.
playing around a band, and the whole band was there, and I would turn it up really loud,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I would practice. I don't know a lot of people that actually listen to the music while they play it to practice their songs, although it's more common now that I'm in the college level, at the college level playing. But back then when you're a kid, you're listening to the music instead of reading the sheet.
Right.
You would think that the professors would be impressed, but I guess they didn't really care about that. They had other intentions, but that's why I loved music. It got me out of that, out of the bad cycle, thinking bad, negatively.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what the question was again. What is the question?
I was asking about individuals
Oh.
that have influenced you.
Oh, yes, and you asked me why it's a bad idea
And
to
then
meet your heroes.
exactly, why would it be a bad idea? Because
Okay.
I just didn't understand that.
Now I remember. Okay, so I was telling you about the way you practice. I was practicing.
I think that's original, and the originality, I think, goes far. I don't, to mimic somebody else, I don't think so. You have your own style. You create your own style. And that's what I've seen in my girls.
Well, that's actually what I wanted to leave it up to. I wanted to say that, yes, it is original, but during the process, I become so emotional because what music does to me, it connects me very emotionally. It's a very stable way for me to express emotions, and I love it because I could express myself in any way I want.
Right.
But through that, I feel a lot of anger or just sad, and I express it through how I practice, and it changes my whole character. So I could be playing, and if it's just one little mess up, I will get very angry. And if somebody were in the studio and saw me doing that, just flip out. It would be like, whoa, is he okay? Does he have problems? Like, so if I was somebody's hero, I'm pretty sure they would not like to meet me because.
I don't think so, Ozzy. You're such a nice guy.
But that's what I'm saying about Beethoven. He was not a very nice guy.
When I saw that movie, I was so intrigued. What a talent.
Yes.
What a talent. And, I thought, I hope they portrayed his life pretty close. Did you see the movie Amadeus? Did you?
No, I did not.
Okay. But, I'm curious about, I love movies that, that are true.
Like biographies?
Yes. Yes.
I actually love nonfiction as a whole, so autobiographies,
True
biographies.
stories. Oh
yes,
my goodness,
that's
those are the best.
true story. Yes.
Yes. And so, I just wanted you to share a little bit. Okay, so when the band was created, who actually created it, and why the Worst Friends Forever name? I'm just wondering about that.
Okay, so I know who created it, and that's one of the second half of management. That's Josh. I forget Josh Biersack. That is his name. He is the one who was there from the start. He came up with
From the beginning.
Yes, he would
Okay.
actually be very good to ask what the name Worst Friends means, because I think they had a different reasoning back then. I'm not sure what it is now, but I was telling you about the way I was introduced to the band. When I came in here, it was very unstable.
Yes.
But out of that, they pulled through, and they eventually made an EP, the one they just released. And through all that hardship, through all the worst events going on, when everything just seemed like it couldn't get any better, it did. And they were through it all. So to me, worst friends forever. It's like you're going through the worst situations, but you're still friends.
Right.
It's you're sticking through it through thick and thin.
Yes. Well, that's a dedication.
Oh yeah, no.
You got to be dedicated completely. I mean, for something like this, any band members, because even today, I got to give it to the bands that are still together today. And some of the band members that I met back in the 70s, I see today they're still going strong. And I know it takes a lot because, you know, that it's hard to find individuals to completely commit 100%. But if you have that passion, Ozzy, that passion gets you through anything.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And I see these bands today, they're still going strong. And I'm so proud of them. I'm just like, wow, you know. Matter of fact, our Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion for the 5th, we have several bands that have been around for forever, from the 70s, 80s, that I recall, and are still together today. And I'm pretty proud to say that we're going to have our 5th annual Chicano Community Program here downtown Stockton, and we're excited about that. It's going to be in September, and it's, you know, the invite is there too for your band, Ozzy.
Oh, perfect.
Would love to have you guys there.
I'll let them know as soon as we end this interview. Or I don't even consider this an interview. This is a really good conversation.
This is a conversation.
Yeah,
that's how I want everybody to come in, because you know it does. It helps individuals be able to get whatever it is that they have on their mind out, because it's a simple conversation. When they come in with a list, I'm just saying, put that list away, please. No. Let's just have fun, you know, sharing information, and it always works. And so I'm glad that you're able to do this, because I want to know a little more about the band. Worst Friends Forever. That name, I'm thinking, okay, for a band, it does attract you, and it makes you wonder, I wonder why the name like that. You know, why is that? Worst Friends Forever.
You know, I think I asked Josh when he first told me to come on board to WFF why he named it. But I really cannot remember what he said. I was just so focused on the fact that I'm going to be able to promote these guys now.
As a promoter.
So
as a promoter would. That's okay. That's okay. But you know what? It's different. It's original. And I have never heard of a band called Worst Friends Forever.
You know, honestly, I think that...
and the abbreviation is used a lot, right? FWFF.
Yeah, no, it's... Oh, I get it now.
so like we're going to get ready to wrestle here. But that's cool. That is so cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. What were you going to say?
I was going to say you should really thank, or you should really be saying that to Josh. He's the one who came up with it.
Well, I'm pretty sure Josh will hear this interview, or we'll hear somebody mention of the interview. Maybe.
You know,
if they're tuning in.
I mean, I posted on Instagram before I came on. Hey, I'm about to go live.
Oh, there you go.
Didn't exactly say where. I just had the this picture right here in the background.
That's perfect, because all they have to do is look for us on thevoiceofstockton.org. The apps, of course, tune in. Simple Radio as well. KXVS.org. So, yeah, I hope you tagged enough friends, because I always tell everybody, make sure you tag your friends. Yeah.
No, I didn't tag. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You can still tag them afterwards and tell them, check them out. Check it out, because the interview is going to be under your name.
Okay,
and
perfect.
So on Facebook, our Facebook, KXVS. That way they have access to it and they can check it out. So anything else you'd like to add? Because, you know, I want to know what are your plans for the future?
Okay, well, my plans personally for the future, I want to release an EP within the next 2 months. Even though I know that I'm a perfectionist and I won't take 2 months just to release an EP, I'll take longer than that. I do want to strive for that goal, simply because I want to start releasing stuff. Even if it's not what I think is the best, it's just good practice, just to see what people like, what did people think about you. And I'll build on from there, because the moment I start seeing the patterns, I'll start following the winning pattern, and you know, it just snowball effect.
Build it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm not sure you know who Detroit is. I think I think I would like to start collabing with him. We had this amazing conversation the other day, so I think I think we're gonna start working on stuff soon. I've been talking to one of the members of WFF, Cisco. That's what we call him. We're gonna start. He's gonna rap over one of the beats I'm producing, and it's just little things. I'm starting to talk to people, and like I told you, I want to start working with other artists because I believe collaboration is the key to building a community. It is a must.
Yeah.
So that is one of the things, or one of the branch of things that I want to start doing. I just want to start building a body of work for myself and network. I think network up is the key for me right now, because I'm a nobody. Who am I? Who's Ozzy?
Don't say that. I don't think so.
Oh, well, I mean, if you ask somebody on the street who I am, he's like, I don't know.
Well, you've been doing something, so I know people know you. The fact that you've been playing, I don't know how many instruments. You know, when you play an instrument a certain way, people remember. And people will remember your name.
Oh, yes. That is the ultimate goal. I think humanity is just an interesting thing. We're such interesting creatures, and I wish we could just have psychology down in a book, just like everything about the person or everything about the human psyche in one book. But it's impossible because there's so much into it, and we don't even know what the capacity of our brain is. We don't know what we could do with our brain. I want to find out what the limitation is. I want to see how far humanity can get.
Cool. Okay. Word for the year. You got 2019. Happy New Year. Yeah. So what's your word?
For this year?
For this year.
Okay. That's a good one. The word of the year. I've never actually done that. The word of the year. I think the word of the year would have to be resilience.
Resilience. I like that. Why?
Why? Because I'm going to just be honest with you. I have not had a lot of money recently, and if it weren't for my friends, I probably wouldn't have not had a place to stay these past few months. But I'm thankful for the friends that have helped me out. Now I'm back on my feet. Now I have a place to stay, and now I have a stable job, and now I'm working on my music as much as possible. And that's why I think resilience is the word of the year, because I'm starting to get back on my feet. I'm starting to do the things that I wanted to do. And not only that, I get to play music. I'm happy for that, and that's what I love.
That is so cool.
That's why resilience is word of the year.
There you go. All right. Anything else you'd like to add? But before that, you know what? Put out your contact information in case anybody out there would like to give you a call. Because, of course, your band is for hire, right?
Yeah.
Let's put out that information so that way they have access to that. Phone number, email, whatever you have, Facebook page. Go ahead and put it out.
Okay, so my personal Instagram is FA_guitar guy. FA is just my little thing. It's my brand that I plan to eventually start marketing and stuff. But that is my Instagram. Worst Friends Forever has its own ad. You have to look them up under. It's a very weird spelling. Let me see.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, write it down so that way we could put it out there because people want to look you up.
Okay.
They'll be able to find you.
But yeah.
And not get lost.
Yeah, no, it's like. Who are we looking for again?
Exactly. You want them to be able to find you without having any complications whatsoever.
All right, hold on.
Especially on social media. Because, of course, and for those of you, I'm going to have this information here, too. So you can also contact me. And that's Betty Ramirez right here on KXVS. And I'm not going to say the number anymore because, of course, we are changing and we're no longer the voice of Stockton, but the voice of San Joaquin Valley. Hey. Yeah.
Expansion much?
Growth, yes. We're all excited. A lot of good things are happening for us this year. And we are happy to be able to share with the community out there. But where you can call me here to give you that information for Worst Friends Forever is 209-467-4455. You can also send me a letter if you'd like, right here at KXVS at 231 Bedford Road, Stockton, California, 95204. Look us up on The Voice of Stockton. We're still The Voice of Stockton.org. or you could also look us up on KXVS.org. Yes, the Voice of Stockton.org, of course, is what we're still using right now. And like our banner reads, join KXVS and let's make Stockton better together. Truly believe in that. We are a 501c3, so definitely you can underwrite, you could sponsor, you can make a donation towards your community radio station right here by looking us up, thevoiceofstockton.org. You got it, Ozzy?
Yep.
Okay, put that information out there.
All right.
Spell it out.
Well, it's just look up Worst Friends Forever on Instagram. It'll be the first thing that pops up. It just has a bunch of letters replacing the O's and the E's. But yeah, look up Worst Friends Forever and you'll find it on Instagram. And that's where you could contact us to get in higher, or if you have some show that you want us to appear at. Yeah, just look us up there.
Go ahead and put out again the type of music that you do play.
Oh,
the
yeah.
variety, because we need to put that out.
I actually asked them just now, and I was like, "Hey guys, what would you think? What would you think you guys classify yourself as?" And they say, "Anything you want." For as much,
variety,
if you want
right?
us to be the 1812 Orchestra, we'll be the 1812 Orchestra. If you want us to play some rock, we'll play some rock.
Woo-hoo.
So they're really fit for the occasion. They'll come up with anything on the spot, and then they do it amazingly. I saw them do it the other day at Taps. They didn't really have a set list.
At Taps, and what did they play? Give me an example.
They played a bunch of covers that they had ready, and then Jay did this really awesome solo by himself. He had some pre-recorded music on, and he just soloed on the drum. It was amazing. I actually took a video of it, and I'm thinking of uploading it to YouTube pretty soon.
Oh, you should. Because
Yeah.
if you did take that video, then you also recorded their music.
Yeah, the only thing is I lost the phone that I had it on, so I have to find that first. But then, as soon as I find it, I'll upload it.
Well, I hope so. Good luck in finding it. Well, anyways, hey, any shout-outs, anything that you would like to put out there?
Shout out to my guy, Serious Detroit. That's his Instagram.
Yes.
Let's see who else. New model 16. That's my boy Cisco. It's just who else? Let me see the list.
We got to bring the guys out here so that way we could have them sit down, and maybe we could even do an interview using our new little studio. Our little panel sits at least 8 people, so I'm excited about that because now we don't have to be all squeezed into this small little studio area. We now have another area that's much larger, which I was showing you earlier, and I'm pretty proud of that too. Governor Don outdoes himself just like he did again with the audio board right here. This is a new piece here, and I'm just beside myself. That guy is just so talented.
Yeah.
He is totally radio. Totally.
When I heard that he rebuilt the whole inside,
he gutted it out and redid the wiring. I'm like, who does that? He is so talented.
But it looks nice. It looks great.
Yes. What talent? What talent?
Yes, it's amazing. I wish I could do that. Unfortunately, well, I guess fortunately for me, unfortunately for everyone else, I put all of this brain power into music. I wish I could have something to show, but I've never really released anything, so I got to work on that.
But you do have some recordings, right? Right?
I
got some. You got to have something.
I have recordings on my laptop.
Okay, good. Well, I want some of those recordings so I can start playing them for you.
Oh, thanks. You know what? I think
I just gave you some work to do.
Okay, I actually think that the perfect place to play some of my stuff would be on the EDM night, because most of the stuff that I produce are closer to that style of music, because that's where my personal preference goes. Okay. But eventually I want to venture out into pop and hip hop and rap and rock and all the the mainstream stuff. But for now I'm doing EDM because it's easy. I like it. Well, it's not easy. It's easy for me.
Yes.
There's so many to do. There's just almost an infinite amount of patterns you could come up with. And I have fun playing with that. I have fun figuring out those patterns.
Like a puzzle, right?
Exactly.
And every time that one piece fits perfectly,
I love
it. Total success. Total success, Ozzy. Thank you so much for sharing today. I do appreciate it. It is New Year time, so I think what a way to start the year.
I know. Then thank you for the invitation.
Success.
It was so last minute, but I enjoyed it a lot.
That's when we get some of the best the best interviews by just a simple conversation. You know?
I don't even consider this an interview. I had fun right now. I had a lot of fun.
A lot of people tell me the same, and I'm like, that's what it's all about. Radio's fun. It's supposed to be fun, not stressful, not anything like that. And so people always leave with a smile.
You know, I was asking you if you knew Joe Rogan earlier, and he does a very similar thing. He says he doesn't do interviews because interviews are just not good. He talks about how people bring in lists, and he tells them the same thing you do.
And they're
put
so
it away.
nervous. They're like, oh, and no, put that away.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. I always tell them, if there's something that you don't want to talk about, just let me know ahead of time, and we won't even mention it. But everything flows. Right now, we're just going to have a conversation and just share. And that calms them. They're like, oh, okay, I don't have to go by a list. No, it's all about whatever it is that you want to share with the community, and, you know, have fun doing it. And a lot of people find that it's pretty simple.
It is.
You know,
It honestly
not difficult at all.
If you listen to podcasts, you'd know that it's regular. It's just a thing. People talk to each other.
Yeah.
You don't have to be all stressed up, intense, because all that does, it blocks talk. There's just no flow between the two people, and that just creates this tension.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you like psychology, but I love psychology. I've been studying it for years now.
Have you?
Yes. I like to...
You know, that's something I did not ask you, but while you were going to college, what was your major?
Oh,
like why?
I have actually never been to college. I've just performed with the college.
Okay.
But when I was younger and in high school, that's when I did most of my intellectual studying. It's like, because I had to go to school. But I always picked the classes that I wanted, like psychology or biology was one of my favorites. But if I had to choose major now that I'm going into college pretty soon, it would probably be either business, music, or psychology.
Okay.
Simply because those three revolve around my life so much that they're just second nature. If I get a degree in them and possibly get a job with it, that would be so much better for me.
Yes.
And it wouldn't even be a job. It's just things I do on the daily.
Yeah. It wouldn't be work.
Nothing else.
Total enjoyment. Okay, well, thank you so much, Ozzy. Do appreciate you. Put out your number again, your contact information, because people want to know.
All right. Well, if you want to get in contact with me personally, right now the best way to do it is on my Instagram. That is FA_guitar guy. And currently I don't have a phone number. I think I said that already. Yeah.
So you can contact me to be able to get a hold of him at 219-467-4455 right here in KXVS, the voice of San Joaquin.
Perfect.
Hey, thank you so much, Ozzy.
All right, thank you.
Do appreciate you in a big way. All right. You heard it right here, KXVS, the voice of San Joaquin.
Attention, Stockton. Are you experiencing a transition in business, relationships, health, or your life?
She'll bring you up, and she won't even let you down. And when that rhythm gets real deep inside of her, she will put you deep into her spell. In a short dark moment, she won't make you wait in mystery. And as that music starts and you both begin to dance, it's your emptiness, you're caught up in her trance. Her eyes hypnotize, and she knows this all too well. And when her magic unleashes and you both become entwined, she makes you not know that you're the fool. Oh no, 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 it was dark and I was blind. She made me wanna cry. It was a long, long, chaotic night. Oh my, like the devil she had to go. She wanted to take my soul, and she said, let me go. She has your soul and won't let you go. Like a stone to throw, it's your chance to turn away. How you got trapped in this, you'll never know. Deeper you go, it's a feeling that so many stories have been told. And when her to know or even why. You say just one dance, you won't even drive her home. But something inside is telling you that it's okay. It seems like tonight you've sold your soul.
Turns, many streets, lifetimes ain't so sweet. You grow, you learn, you say things that you really never mean. You don't figure it out until you die, or you're too old to care. Then we pray and cry about that tomorrow, all that we feel. Sisters, I can tell you it's been a long time. I was asleep, saying things that really would never mean. Always know how much I love you, without you I would die. It blows my mind how life takes us for a ride. This life takes us for a ride, yeah. Brothers, you never taught your sisters how to fear, and sisters, in the shadows of pain, you showed your brothers how to wipe their tears. We live, we learn to see how life passes us, we're so near. And then we pray and cry about that tomorrow, that we feel. I know, in the shadows there'll always be tears. I swear and dare to never go back to what I fear. Always know how much life lost you thought if you would die. It blows my mind how life takes us for a ride. This life takes us for a ride, yeah. Life takes us for a ride. Life takes us for a ride, yeah. One blood, one branch, one life is all we get. So forget about tomorrow that we may not get. So you better check yourself. I said one love, one truth, one thing we can't hide. Forget about tomorrow that we may not get. Cause life takes us for a ride. This life takes us for a ride, yeah. Life takes us for a ride. This life takes us for a ride, yeah.
Son, where'd you find this? Yeah, vamos para allá. Que hola mi gente con mucho amor y cariño. Esto lo hemos hecho. KXVS, 2-4, mucha voluntad. Representando el Bay Area. Cuba, Estados Unidos. Let's do this, man. Movimiento contra la frontera. I know more people, they be feeling it. One time up, I swaggin', and we nadie nos puede parar así. Yeah. Tú sabes, lo vamos a fallar. Vinimos a la fiesta a fumar y nadie nos puede parar. Yeah. BC, you're not gonna kill this.
Dose, you know I'ma kill this.
BC, you're not gonna kill this.
Dose, you know I'ma kill this. Party, party, we back to it. Girl, you know my style. Hands in the air, watching all the girls go wild. Take a picture, me and Dose, we gon' stunt with ya. Living the life of a rock star. Yeah, you know that I'm a rock star. Toma, me some tequila. Romba, fly mamacita. Walk in the building, stop. Time to turn up. Baby girl still in shock. Okay, now turn up. Y'all know we known for turning the parties out. Pop a few bottles and turn a few models out. Baby, that's where I'm from. To get it poppin' off that Red Bull and that rum. Ain't that feeling that we killing it? I know my people, they be feeling it. One time up high, swaggin' and we be dabbing. Basic baby, those four. You know the ladies, they want more. Up in the VIP top suites, flipping and getting that guap.
Tú sabes, lo vamos a fallar. Vinimos a la fiesta a fumar y nadie nos puede parar así. Yeah. Tú sabes, lo vamos a fallar. Vinimos a la fiesta a fumar y nadie nos puede parar. Yeah. Aquí sí, you're not gonna kill this.
Dose, you know I'ma kill this.
BC, you're not gonna kill this.
Dose, you know I'ma kill this.
BC del fuerte contiene cadena perpetua de por vida. A llenarte de alcohol y fumar una fiesta loca sin medida. Nosotros es party, de Miami a La Habana, party, hasta por la mañana, party, away from the bay, party, all day, every day. Andan que lleno, salimos para la carretera. Lo que miro que lleno, lo tengo, lo como la lengua para afuera. Ya vengan los bomberos que estamos echando candela. Que traemos el fuego, mantente de medio, cuidado que te quema. Real play all day, tomorrow, let's make really good bad boy if you know what I mean. My English not good if you know what I mean. I won't take it home if you know what I mean. CUBA, head to toe, inside anyway, pero me go through. Yo le get crazy, yo le get low, yo le get freaky, follow my flow. Yeah, everybody stand up, put your hands in the air. Everybody stand up, put your hands in the air.
Ain't it feeling that we killing it? I know my people, they be feeling it. One time up high, swaggin' and we be dabbing. Easy baby, those four. You know the ladies, they want more. Up in the VIP top suites, flipping and getting that guap.
Tú sabes, lo vamos a fallar. Vinimos a la fiesta a fumar y nadie nos puede parar así. Yeah. Tú sabes, lo vamos a fallar. Vinimos a la fiesta a fumar y nadie nos puede parar.
Yeah, we out in the trenches, still living and still walking like we talking it. From Cuba to Frisco, everybody out here still vibing and rocking. No matter what you hear, no matter what you heard, can't beat those four, we here, representing, still putting it down. Don't let this music fool you, baby. We out here still ready to put on some gloves and hold it down. To all my youth, everybody in the struggle, trying to make it happen. You know we with y'all. Come holler. We gonna hold it down for every ghetto, every project, everybody in the schools and the books, making things happen. For all the kids in the struggle walking around with no shoes, from the block to the booth. What's up, baby? Representing, cause we in it. 101.
Time. Time.
And of course, you are listening to KXVS, the voice of San Joaquin, right here in Stockton, California, off the Miracle Mile. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do appreciate you in a big way. Do hope that you're enjoying the first day of the new year, 2019. Isn't that cool? So cool. Hey, remember, I'm always looking for DJs to come in and do a show on La Voz on Saturdays between the hours of 4 and 7. Yes, 4 and 7. You would have enough time to go to your next gig. So give me a call. Let me know if you are interested so that way I can give you a Saturday. 209-467-4455. Let's make it happen for you. I'm also looking for individuals that would like to give a little time of themselves for it's a donation or volunteer here at the station. You could do so. Give us a call, leave your name and number, and we will get in touch with you. Again, the number here is 209-467-4455. If you need a hall for a wedding, a bar mitzvah, birthdays, quinceañeras, receptions, meetings, corporate events, and more, please call Fraternal Order of Eagles, number 83. And that is Manny at 209-462-2828. They're located at 1492 Bourbon Street, Stockton, California, 95204, right next door to the West Lane Bowl. And I'm pretty sure you know where that's at, off West Lane, right? This is a beautiful, beautiful hall. So if you are looking, please give Manny a call, 209-462-2828. And not only that, but to all the nonprofit organizations out there, this is your radio station. You have an event, you have something that's coming up, give us a call or drop off a flyer so that way we could promote it for you right here on your community radio. Or give us a call, 209-467-4455. And of course, that was Da Funk by Shroom. This is Third Soul with Crazy World. Right here on Sabor Latino with Betty Ramirez. KXVS, the voice of San Joaquin Valley. Of course, you were listening to Everything But the Girl, and that's done by Wrong Todd Terry. That was a remix. And then, of course, before that was Third Soul with Crazy World. And then we had Shrooms doing The Funk. Feeling It was Gambizi and Dos 4. And, of course, Let It Whip with the Daz Band. And again, Happy New Year. Happy 2019, everyone.
A minute of your time tonight. We both are here to have
Te busco porque eres mi corazón, mi amor, te busco porque a los placeres no le encuentro gusto, nada es igual si tú no estás. Pregunto si lo que yo siento lo sentimos juntos. Yo quisiera darte toditito el mundo y más, por ver lo que pasa. A tu lado de nada tengo temor, porque son tus ojos que me dan valor, que no habrá paso sin tu mano. El camino acompañado es mejor. Tú dices a donde quieras y yo voy. Toma mi mano y vámonos volando, que la vida se nos va y no nos va a esperar y se nos va a escapar. Vámonos volando, que la vida se nos va y no nos va a esperar y se nos va a escapar. Sin prisa me darás todos tus besos y caricias. Cada vez que salga el sol y se despida, yo te abrazaré, nunca te dejaré. A tu lado de nada tengo temor, porque son tus ojos que me dan valor, que no habrá paso sin tu mano. El camino acompañado es mejor. Tú dices a donde quieras y yo voy. Toma mi mano y vámonos volando, que la vida se nos va y no nos va a esperar y se nos va a escapar. Vámonos volando, que la vida se nos va y no nos va a esperar y se nos va a escapar. Dijo que todo está perdido.
Yo vengo a ofrecer ¿Quién dijo que todo está perdido? Yo vengo a ofrecer mi corazón.
Vámonos volando, que la vida se nos va y no nos va a esperar y se nos va a escapar. Vámonos volando, que la vida se nos va y no nos va a esperar y se nos va a escapar.
Esta es la orquesta de ritmo, le va a tocar mambo, guaracha y chacha para bailar. Empiecen los pasos para adelante y para atrás. La vida es para gozar. Ahora un buen merenguito de lado a lado. Entonces se agitan un poco con el tumbao. Violines, la flauta y el ritmo bien cantado. Suavecito y con melao. Mira que contento está el salón cuando se toca un son. Y con un bolero de amor, qué buena selección. Ahora la orquesta deleita un buen danzón. Esa es la pieza de moda, muy sabrosón. Música, amor y alegría y un poco de ron. Y verás que vacilón. Ahora la orquesta deleita un buen danzón. Esa es la pieza de moda, muy sabrosón. Música, amor y alegría y un poco de ron. Y verás
Reconnect with friends on RTD. A new route is opening soon with Bus Rapid Transit Express service across Midtown Stockton from Franklin High to the DMV. Ride for free the first week of service from January 28th until February 3rd. Come hear all about it at the Children's Museum on Thursday, January 25th at 4 p.m. Visit sjrtd.com/express to learn about Midtown Corridor Route 47. The places you can go on RTD. Faster.
The places you can go on RTD.
My name is Josh, and you're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton, 92.1 FM. Catch us live on Facebook, YouTube, and the TuneIn app.
And of course, you're listening to Sabor Latino right here with Betty Ramirez. Thank you so much for tuning in. And you are listening to the voice of San Joaquin. Yeah, that's our new name for 2019. And we're excited to share it with you. Happy Feelings with Frankie Beverly Mays.
Watched it shine down on me. I'm gonna spread my wings, yeah, and I'm gonna tell all I see. These happy feelings, I'll spread them all over the world. Deep in my soul.
Wow, what a song, what a song. Of course, that was Frankie Beverly Mays doing Happy Feelings. And happy New Year to all of you. You know what? I had Ozzy Serta Garcia here, and he's a promoter for a band called Worst Friends Forever. And we're going to be having him come in on Saturday for a interview with the whole band, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. But as usual, for New Year's, I try to get everybody to think about one word that will sum up for 2019 for you. The one word, okay? In 2019, happiness is the new rich, inner peace is the new success, health is the new wealth, kindness is the new cool, gratitude is the new glam. What is your word for 2019? Give me a call and let me know right here on KXVS, the voice of San Joaquin Valley, at 209-467-4455. I think you got your fools mixed up. Britt Wood. Woo! Oldies but goodies. On Sabor Latino.
You got your fools mixed up. You must think I'm somebody else. I'm not the same fool you knew that couldn't help himself and followed you around like a dog, strung on a chain, and wagged his cute little tail whenever you call his name. But baby, that will be no more. Remember when you walked out the door, I was on my knees. I said, now baby, please. You just looked at me and said, no score. And then you said, get some more dough, and maybe one day you'll be back again. Well, baby, I got lucky again. I made myself a million tens. And another thing I wanna say, I found myself another friend. Ooh. Think you got your fools mixed up. You must think I'm somebody else. I think you got your fools mixed up. You must think I'm somebody else.
There's a chapel I know of with doors open wide, and a beautiful angel is waiting inside. When you see her, your troubles will all fade away. When you're tired and unhappy, she'll help you to pray.
There's a chapel where your dreams all come true. There a beautiful angel is waiting for you. There's a chapel where the candle lights glow. It's a beautiful secret that no one else knows. Chapel of love, chapel of love, where love is waiting.
There's a chapel I know of that all lovers find, and it's there you'll discover that you found peace of mind. There's a beautiful chapel I know Their love is waiting for you. Chapulalo, Chapulalo, where love is waiting for you. Giving me a reason to love one more time. Came into my life and made up my mind. You are to me what I want you to be. I know, I know. Giving me a chance to love tenderly. And deep in my heart, I knew you were meant for me. Right from the start, it was like and you've given me a reason. You've given me a reason. You've given me a reason. One more time. I can't explain the way you make me feel. You've given me a love that's so, so real. You came along and you gave me a song. And I know, I know, I know, I know
love when there was none. You know you're the only one. Here it's in my heart to stay. I want my baby back again.
I'm 18 with a bullet. Got my finger on the trigger. I'm picked to click now. I'm the son of a gun. So hold it right there, little girl, little girl. We're gonna have big fun.
Maybe an oldie, but I'm a goodie too. I'll last forever, and I'll be good to you. Oh, yes, I will.
I'm 18 with a bullet. Got my finger on the trigger. I'm gonna pull it. I'm a super soul sure shot, yeah. I'm a national breakout. So let me check your playlist, mama. Come on, let's make out.
I'm high on the chart, tip for the top. Until I'm in your heart, I ain't never gonna stop. Never, never, baby. If we only stay together, talking about you, talking about me.
18 with a bullet. Got my finger on the trigger. I'm gonna put it. Yes, I am. Be my side, baby. Be beside me. Right now, I'm a singer. But pretty soon you'll see we'll have a hit first time. It won't be long, we'll find that we're raising a whole LP. Woo-hoo. You know I'm 18. Woo-hoo. With the button. Yes, I am, baby. I got my finger right there on the trigger. I'm gonna put it. You better stop making plans, baby. This old house is too small now.
This is Darius Oliver, and you're listening to 92.1 KXVS, the voice of Stockton.
And of course, you have been listening to KXVS 92.1 FM, which we are no longer going to say because we have a new name. And it is the voice of San Joaquin Valley. Whoop, whoop. Happy to share that good news for 2019. And, you know, as always, I've been asking everyone, what's the word for the year? What's the word for the year? Now, Ozzy said resilience. Resilience. That's beautiful. And, you know, I gave you some ideas of other words, too, that were given. But I'd like to know what your word for the year 2019 is. So give me a call. You could leave it on the answering machine. And, you know, I'm just curious. I want to know so we can share it tomorrow. Call me at 209-467-4455. Let's make it happen, okay? And I hope you had a great New Year's and it was safe and happy and surrounded by a lot of love and family and friends. Do wish the best for you for 2019. I shall see you tomorrow. Take care and God bless.
Do you want to relive the golden days of Stockton? Join Nate Knott on Stockton Alive every first and third Monday at 6 p.m. Tune into the voice of
Happy New Year, baby.
Happy New Year, nothing. The way you treated me last year wasn't nothing happy about it.
Yeah, baby, but that was last year. This year, I'm turning over a new leaf.
I don't believe it.
You don't? Well, pick up on this, guy. Happy New Year, baby. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, baby. Happy New Year to you. Well, I made a resolution. I'm gonna keep the whole year through. I'm gonna give up chasing women, whiskey drinking too. Stop my ballyhooing, yes, and mistreating you. Happy New Year, baby. Happy New Year to you. Yes, I want plenty loving from nobody else but you. I'm gonna give you all my money to buy the things you choose. I even steal and borrow and pawn my clothes and shoes to keep you happy, baby. Happy the whole year through.